Welcome to the Amazing Devotions channel and welcome back to regular visitors. Please stay and be blessed by these daily devotions for men. A Legacy, the first in a classical series of men's devotionals, depicts characters of men from the Bible who represent men of today. Some succeeded while others failed. There are those who were strong yet some were weak. There is the spiritual and carnal. Kings, rulers, princes, and patriarchs, all of whom men can identify with. They all left a legacy, whether it was positive or negative. What is your legacy? Lessons of violence, anger, and cruelty from the life of Simeon, the second son of Jacob, is today's devotion. According to his mother Leah, Simeon was a gift from God. Evidently, he was born during a time of emotional distress that his mother suffered during her pregnancy, at the hand of her husband and sister, Rachel, who displayed their hate toward her because she was fertile. Unfortunately, it became evident that those emotions of hatred were transmitted to Simeon, her unborn son, as she observed him growing up to become a violent, angry, and cruel man. Simeon's struggle with hatred resulted in outbursts of violence, the first of which is recorded in the handling of his sister's alleged molesters. His solution to the problem was the use of violence. When men use violence as a solution to a problem, it will not only affect them, but their families and community. Simeon's violent behavior forced his family to relocate. At a time when Jacob was beginning to enjoy some stability and peace, the entire family had to abandon their possessions and relocate immediately, in order to escape the embarrassment and retribution for their involvement in mass murder. When men commit violent acts as Simeon, the stigma attaches itself to the family. They will be known as the mother, father, brother or sister of that murderer, rapist, or terrorist. The embarrassment will cause them to relocate, change their names, or conceal their identity. It is more embarrassing when the offender is the child of a respected man of God. Jacob was known and feared by the surrounding nations as a man of the true and living God. Simeon's behavior had now marred that reputation. Simeon and Levi's crime was not spontaneous, it was meticulously planned with a clear conscience. Their violent act was the result of uncontrolled anger. God is not leading a man who allows anger to escalate into violence. Simeon had a right to defend his sister's honor, but handled it in the wrong way. He probably felt that his father Jacob did not care very much for Leah's children, which he and Dinah were. Additionally, he did not allow his father to take care of the situation, and worse still, he did not allow God to handle it. By not allowing God to take care of such situations, a man will create enemies. The punishment Simeon inflicted on his sister's molesters was excessive and cruel. God does not treat men as they deserve, and Simeon had no right to treat his sister's abusers with such cruelty. Still, though his crime was monstrous, God did not punish him as he deserved. Unfortunately, Simeon continued being angry, cruel, and violent. Troubled by Simeon's behavior, Jacob could not bless but only curse him, predicting that nothing good would become of him or his descendants. Unless violent men are willing to change their ways, it is more likely that their children will also become violent, particularly their sons, which were the results of Simeon's descendants. If you have had a violent past or are presently living with violence, your life will be similar to Simeon's unless you allow God to help you stop the violence. You can reverse the curse and receive an inheritance of eternal life. Blessings are upon the head of the just, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked. Proverbs 10 verse 6. Thank you for watching. Come back again tomorrow for more lessons from the life of Jacob's son Simeon. Please tell your family and friends about these amazing devotions. Remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe.